Ladies and gentlemen, this is my most anticipated movie of the entire year. Starring my favourite Avenger of all time being Doctor Strange, just my hype and excitement was so high. I was thinking like, there's no possible way it can go that high. But it did. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. This movie is kind of like a lot of things. First and foremost, it is a sequel to the first Doctor Strange movie. It's also a sequel to WandaVision and to No Way Home, and is taking a gigantic leap into like the next phase of the MCU. There's a lot going on in this movie. And it's directed by Sam Raimi and it's 2 hours long. And now let's talk about the story for the movie. By the way, this is 100% spoiler free. Do not worry. A new character joins the MCU. Her name is America Chavez. Her like powers and her reason for being in the MCU I'm not going to be covering, but basically she teams up with Doctor Strange, Wong and Wanda, and they go on a multiverse adventure. And to be honest, hearing me say that out loud, it does sound quite bad. However, the story for this movie is so sick, man. You've got the words multiverse and madness in the title of the movie. You should know like what to expect just from there. Pure chaos. And what I've just explained for this movie is like the bare bone blueprint version with absolutely zero spoilers. There is a lot of stuff going on. A lot of wheels are turning in this movie. I'll be fair, like compared to the last few movies, even No Way Home, Black Widow, Eternals, Shang-Chi, I think this is the best story compared to them of those movies. That's my opinion. I just can't see anyone disagreeing. The story in this was really sick. And now let's talk about the characters, starting off with, of course, my boy, Doctor Strange, played once again by Benedict Cumberbatch, one of my favourite actors ever. Also in my actual favourite show ever, being Sherlock, the BBC show. If you have not seen that, go and check it out. It's genuinely my favourite show ever. And it's funny, because anytime Doctor Strange is in a movie, it's like the overall rating for the movie gets bumped up. Ragnarok, Infinity War, Endgame, No Way Home. It's like anything the Doctor touches, for me, I just like it even more. And now I get a 2-hour movie of just pure Doctor Strange. And by far, this is the absolute best version of Doctor Strange we have ever got, yo. You can see his progression from the first Doctor Strange. He's like very selfish and stuff. And then he goes through all these stages and he's dealing with Peter Parker, Spider-Man. And now he's in this movie. Just, you can see his like progression and his character arc. It is so good. Easily the best version of Doctor Strange. And if that was not enough, and this is not a spoiler, it is in the trailers and it is everywhere on the posters. There are multiple variants and versions of Doctor Strange in this movie, and Benedict Cumberbatch, he's too good, man. You can see clearly, not just visually, the way he talks, everything is different from every version of Strange. And I actually think like not all actors and actresses can do that in like the same movie when they're on the screen at the same time. I think that's really hard to do, man. But Doctor Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch, sorry, is just too good, man. His acting is so sick. I'm a proper Doctor Strange fanboy, ladies and gentlemen. To see multiple versions on screen and done this well, I was in heaven, mate. However, Elizabeth Olsen, Wanda, Scarlet Witch, man, she is goated. I'm not even salty about it because I kind of see this as a Doctor Strange and a Wanda movie. Like, she's in the movie a lot, but yeah, she's good, man. If you're a fan of Wanda or Scarlet Witch, whatever, you're going to be blown away by this movie, man. Like, she's even better in here than in WandaVision. And I didn't even think that was possible. Like, you know her character arc, man. Elizabeth Olsen, her acting, she is flexing, mate. Properly flexing. Like, the emotions will get into your boy. She's that good. You know she's been through a lot with, like, Vision and her kids. And then just everything in the WandaVision show. Pretty much, actually, everything in the MCU has been pretty bad for Wanda. And she wears it all, man. You can see it on her face. She's just too good, man. Genuinely, like, for a fanboy of Doctor Strange, you guys know I keep it real on the channel, man. My word comes first. She was the best character in this movie. Like, she was the MVP, the GOAT, all the titles. She was it. We also got Wong in the movie. He's too sick, man. Like, anytime he's on screen, he has awesome stuff to do. It's kind of like a mini Doctor Strange. When he's in the movie, the scenes and stuff feel even better. And of course, you have Mordo back in the movie. If I'm being honest, the most underrated and underappreciated character in all of the MCU, because he was so goddamn good in the first Doctor Strange. He's back in here. He's even better. However, you guys know I'm about the villain life. I love movie villains even more than Doctor Strange. And I like two types of villains. You're either pure evil because you're just pure evil, people like Hela or Dormammu, or on the other side of the spectrum, you kind of believe them and you kind of see where they're coming from. They have genuine emotions like Killmonger and of course the greatest ever, Thanos. I'm not even going to say where the villain goes in this movie, but they're definitely one of those sides to the extreme. Man, they are good. In fact, I'm not even going to say who the villain is or their motive or anything, but Jesus Christ. Yeah, the villain in here is no joke. In fact, the villain in here is one of the best in the MCU ever. I'm not even joking. In fact, they're so good, they might make some fans sad or salty. You might just feel some sort of like conflict inside your brain with what you're seeing. The villain is so good, man. Just the cast, the story, amazing. And now let's talk about everything else. First of all, the sound. Danny Elfman is flexing on here, man. The soundtrack on here, I'm definitely downloading it as soon as it's available. It's so sick. And however, the thing that stands out over the sound, the visuals. There's three things I want to talk about, like, in terms of the visuals. First of all, if you've seen the first Doctor Strange, if you ain't seen it, I mean, what are you doing here? But we know when he gets, like, slapped by the Ancient One, he's going through dimensions and multiverses and all that stuff, all that trippiness, should we say, it's in this movie. And I really loved it. I mean, I like seeing that. Gives you, like, the vibe that these movies, they're not like Iron Man. This ain't Captain America. This is Doctor Strange, the master of the mystic arts. You're going to see some trippy stuff anytime you see Doctor Strange. It's in this movie, times 100. I love to see it. The second thing is something I really appreciate, because if I go to, like, Morbius or Venom, and the hero and the villain are on screen, it's just a big blur. You ain't got a clue what's going on, mate. But in here, like, we know Doctor Strange's powers, they're like gold and yellow, and obviously Scarlet Witch is like deep red. And there's other characters using magic with different colours. When they're all on screen together doing magic carnage, you can see everything. You know what's going on. There's no, like, blurriness. Thank God you can see it. I hate, like, blurry mess stuff on screen. It annoys me so much. But the third thing, the big one, hey, yo. We know Sam Raimi done the OG Spider-Man trilogy, but he's known for horror. And I love horror. And this is proper horror. This is still your standard, like, rated 12 in the UK movie. It's definitely not rated R or 15 or anything like that, but they're stretching it. I mean, they are, like, stretching it like flubber, mate. This has got easily by far the most, like, gore in any MCU movie, the most jump scares, horror, dark scenes, disturbingness. I actually do not think that all kids can watch this movie, and I loved it just for that. I didn't personally have any kids in my movie theatre because it was still so early. They're obviously still at school, but man, they, like, grabbed this movie and they are dipping it in the horror bucket, mate. I have full respect and just give everything to Sam Raimi and everyone at Marvel, to be honest. They told us like 3 years ago there's going to be a lot of horror in this movie. They kept their word. Driving back from the movie theatre, I was thinking, like, the first Doctor Strange, for me, it's a 9 out of 10. I love that movie. And I gave both No Way Home and The Batman 10 out of 10. And I'm thinking, like, I prefer this movie to those movies. And don't get it twisted, just because I say something's 10 or a 9 or whatever, it does not mean it's a perfect movie or it's flawless. It just means, for me, it is perfect. It's everything I wanted to see and more. It has 100% rewatchability and I just can't wait to see it again. And that's what this movie is. And I'm going to give Doctor Strange 2 10 nerds out of 10. I can't deny that this is God tier, mate, and I cannot wait to see this movie again. I can't wait to talk about spoilers. The only one thing, like this tiny thing that could have made the film even better, I just wish it was kind of longer.
Because I'm greedy.
This movie does not feel rushed at all. I tell you what it feels like. It feels like Infinity War. When that movie starts, it does not stop. Like, it becomes the steam train. It becomes the rocket to Mars. Like, every scene is meaningful and it does not stop because we know the threat of Thanos is coming. That's what this is. It does not stop. It doesn't feel rushed, but it goes by very quick. I just wish there'd be like another 30 minutes, but I actually think that's just me greedy. To be honest, I would have taken another 4 hours of a Doctor Strange movie. For me, this is God tier. I think this could be the greatest movie of the year, mate. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, have you seen it? Please let me know down below. That'd be amazing. Tomorrow's a spoiler talk. Hopefully I see you there. Big up you guys. I love and appreciate all of you. Peace.